Good morning, students. Welcome to Mobile Application Development Lab. In my previous video, I have shown how to do the design part for the sign up and login activity. Now we will do the implementation part of those. So before that, in the sign up activity, we know that this is the main activity we have. And in the sign up activity, we need to have the reference IDs, that is for the XML file. So for that, for the username, we have txt underscore username as the reference ID, and similar way for the password, we have txt underscore password, and for the sign up button, we have btn underscore sign up. So these are the three reference IDs we have used. So now we will go for the main activity.java file. Since this is our sign up activity, we will write the implementation of the sign up activity here in this file. Yes, since I have two plain text here and this is of the type edit text, I'm going to make use of that. Why we are going to make use of the edit text, or why we are going to name the variables here is for the corresponding three user IDs what we have in the activity main.xml file. With respect to that, correspondingly we need to have the variables in Java code also. So that is the reason we are going to make use of those variables here. So since the txt underscore username, it is of the type edit text, I am just going to write that. So automatically it will give the suggestion, so you should not write completely whatever we are going to write. So instead we can make use of the suggestion itself. So since I have txt underscore username there, I'm just going to give in a different way. Since it is a sign up, I'm going to give sign up underscore username, and I have one more, that is a password. So that is also sign up underscore password. For the better understanding, I am just giving it a name as a complete one, so will not make it confused. So that is the reason. And if you want, you can give any other names whatever you want. And one more, I have button, right? So this is of the type button. I have given a btn underscore sign up. So here I'm just going to give btn sign up. And now I need to make use of, in the sign up activity, the most important part is the validation of the password. Why? Because in the while entering the username and password here in the design part, I need to enter the username. So since that is not having any conditions, whatever we have in the problem statement, we are not having any condition like this, only the username need to be there. But for the password, we have certain conditions, like that should contain minimum of 8 characters, and it should contain the capital letter, lowercase letter, that is a small letter, then a special character need to be there, and as well as a digit. So this is what the conditions we have for the password, that so that we are going to validate the password here, right? So while entering only, we need to follow those rules for the password. So that is what here in the main activity.java, here we are going to write a regular expression. So a regular expression means it is a sequence of characters actually. So that is going to define a search pattern. Especially we are going to make use of this regular expression for the pattern matching in strings, right? So that's why we are going to make use of the regular expression here also. So we will type string regular expression, you can give it anything. This is a user defined variable name. So regular expression is equal to how the regular expression should be, and obviously we know that that should follow all the conditions what we have in the problem statement. And I'm going to make use of the caret symbol. So that is nothing but it indicates the starting or the beginning. Okay, it indicates the start or the beginning. Then this opening bracket and a close bracket, this represents, or this is going to groups together to act as a single unit. That means whatever I am going to put inside this bracket, a smaller pair of smaller brackets, this indicates that it is a block, or it is going to group together whatever I'm going to put it inside the flower, inside the smaller brackets. It acts as a single unit. So this is what here we have. And then I have question mark, or I need to give question mark is equal to, and this question mark and is equal to along with the smaller brackets, it represents, it is going to match a group after the main expression without including this in the result or in matching. So this is just like a look ahead, look ahead. So what it is going to, this all this group itself it is representing, we need to look at for what, look at for the expression or the characters what it wants to match. So after this question mark equals, I'm going to put dot. So this dot, it is a wildcard character. This represents any character, and all followed by asterisk symbol. This means that any number of characters to match the character 0 or more times, we are going to make use of this asterisk symbol. So dot, it is nothing but any character, and that is followed by asterisk symbol. So asterisk symbol, it is nothing but to match the character 0 or more times. So this is going to be followed by rectangular brackets, and in the rectangular bracket it is nothing but set of characters whatever we are going to put inside the rectangular brackets, that is going to be match here. And it is a case sensitive one, since I'm going to make use of a capital A to Z, because we already know that in the regular expression we need to make use of capital letters. So that's why the group I am going to give it as capital A to Z. Okay, so this is indicating that this is one group. This is one group. Don't bother about this red marks and all. We will get into that later. So now I want to write the second character. So same thing, a second group should contain the lowercase letters. I need to represent that as a group. So question mark is equal to dot star any character and any any number of times, any character any number of times, and I need to have the group of small letter A to Z. Here A hyphen Z, it represents the range from A to Z. So that includes the characters from A to Z. Okay. Then one more group I need to have. So that group needs to be included with the digits, right? So same thing I'm going to give here, and slash D represents digit. Okay, slash D represents digit, so it is going to match any digit character whatever we have. And to escape the characteristic of the slash, I'm going to put one more slash. Okay, so next we have one more group that should contain the special characters. So same thing I'm going to give here dot star, and it should match with special character. And this special character you can put of your wish, so whatever you can include, either add symbol, dollar symbol, not symbol, so whatever you can give, you can give it here. Okay, and it is showing in the red mark now. Okay, fine. And now, since I'm going to make it as a sequence, I'm going to make use of this square brackets, where this is going to be a group which should contain from capital A to Z, small letter A to Z, and then along with the digits and along with special characters. So special characters, whatever I have given, so I'm going to put it here. So this is what a one group I need to have, right? So then I need to have minimum of 8 characters. So I'm going to make use of flower brackets, pair of flower brackets, since this is going to represent us with the where we will be having preceding character is going to be repeated at least min or max. So this means that from the min to max, whatever the characters I have from year to year, so that is going to be repeated here for the min to maximum times. So if I represent min as 0 and the maximum of 8, so that is going to take us from minimum of 0 times to maximum of 8. So since in our problem statement here it has been given that minimum of 8 characters need to be there, so I'm going to give it as 8, and the maximum it is not specified, so I'm going to leave it blank. Okay, and that is what it is, the end of the regular expression. So to represent the end of the regular expression, I'm going to make use of dollar symbol. So since it is of type string, I need to enclose in between a pair of double quotes. So that's why it was showing in a red mark. To explain this, actually I have not put that double quotes before only. So now I need to terminate that. So put semicolon. I hope you have understood whatever the regular expression we have given here. Yes, next we need to make use of this onCreate method. Actually, this method is going to be called when the activity is first created. Here the activity has been already created, right, with the Java variables, as well as even we have the user interface design also. So now we will make use of this onCreate method. So since we need to we need to call the method uh, call or sorry, this method is going to be called when the activity is created. So we are going to make use of this onCreate method now. So enter into the onCreate method. So just press enter so that we will have the difference. And now I need to give the connection between our backend code, that is the Java code, and the XML code with the help of the certain variables, right? So that we are going to make use of, the first is we will be having with the Java reference code and Java reference variable, that is signup underscore username. For this correspondingly we have the UI element that is with respect to the activity main.xml, right? So here for the username I have certain ID. So now I'm going to give the connection between these two. So how means I'm going to give the Java reference variable, so that is what signup username we have, that is equal to, it is of the type edit text, so give that, and we will make use of find view by ID. So this is most important here. Since this find view by ID, this connects our backend code with the UI elements what we used in the XML code. We in this especially we are using this edit text, that is a plain text for the username and password. Along with that we are using the button. So these are the UI elements we used for the user interface design. So this find view by ID, if we make use of this find view by ID, every component in the user interface what we have, so that needs to have an ID, right? So that is going to be allow us to control its action from the backend code, since we are writing here. So this is going to provide us with the action that we can control those UI components with the reference IDs. So that is what a Java reference variable. Along with that we have the XML reference ID. So find view by ID r dot, r is a class, right? So r dot id dot, so this in turns it is a content where this is going to gives us the root element of a view. So if you look at here, we have a palette, right? So this is containing a group of views or view. So just a view. So text view, that is also one view. Button, that is also another view. So like that, this is containing or the views or a group. So r dot id dot, so what is the corresponding XML reference ID I have given for the signup underscore username? So that is what we are going to give here. So since I have given the ID as txt underscore username, I am going to give this. Then terminate that. So similar way, you need to make use for the password also. So sign up password, that is equal to, since this is also of the type edit text, find view by id, r dot id dot what you have given, so txt underscore password. So terminate that. Then I have only one more button, right? So btn sign up I have, and this is of the type button, so just type button, the corresponding XML reference ID. So find view by id of r dot id dot button sign up. Okay, and see, we are not going to perform any action for this and this, only this is going to be make use of the data. We are going to make use of whatever we are going to enter in the username and password. But on clicking of this button, it needs to take us to the login activity, right? So that's why on click of this, what needs to be what needs to be happen, or what action needs to be taken. So that is what we are going to write here in the Java file, that is button sign up dot set on click listener. On click of that button, sign up button, what action needs to be taken, so that is going to be given here. So this, it is a keyword that refers to this class. Okay, so this activity, it is going to be referred here. Yes, so I was explaining this keyword. So this keyword, it is going to refer to the current object in a method or in a class or whatever we are going to take here. But here, since I'm going to make use of this keyword in the onCreate method, this is referring to the current object in a method. So this is what this, and obviously we are going to get with the red mark. Since we are getting with this, we are going to clear the error for this, just as I shown or as I explained in the previous videos as well. You can give it the show context options, so give it that. Then make main activity that implements this view.onClickListener. So just click on that. So it is going to ask us for the method, that is the onClick method. So just give OK. Yes. So this implements view.onClickListener. Along with that, we got onClick method also. So this is fine. Now in this, after the set on click listener, and we need to come out from this on create method. So now we are going to enter into the on click method, and now I am going to make use of string. So give string, I'm defining the variable username because I need to get those data what I have entered for the username and the password. So string username, then that is equal to where I have entered in the XML, that is in the XML design. So for that corresponding user ID, or for corresponding the Java reference variable, I have used it as sign up username. So sign up username, here we have the data what we have entered for the username. I need to take the data what I have entered. I need to retrieve the data what I have entered in the username. So we are going to make use of get text method. So get text, and that is going to give us with the text whatever it is associated with that. So this get text method, it is used to get text what we have entered. So that is what get text method, and that needs to be converted to the string format only. So we are going to make use of toString. So if we want to represent any object as a string, we need to make use of this toString method. So this toString method, it is going to return us the string representation of what the data we have entered. So that is what toString method. So similar way we are going to do for the password. So I'm going to take the variable name as password, and I will take the Java reference variable for the password, that is signup underscore password, and same thing I need to get the text what I have entered for the password, right? So get text, and that needs to be converted to toString format. So since it is a combination of digits as well as characters as well as the special symbols or the special characters, we are going to convert into the string format only. So we are going to make use of this toString method. And I need to validate the password, right? Whether I have given in a proper way, whether all the conditions has been satisfied when I have entered the password. So if I need to validate the password, so validate password. So this is the user defined method I'm going to make use. So validate password of what? Where I have entered the password. This variable this variable stores the password what I have entered, right? So I'm going to take from that. So give password, and this should give us with the proper message whether whether the password what we have given is proper, right? So I'm going to make use of toast. It is nothing but we are going to make use of this toast since I want to display information or I want to display a message for the shorter period of time. So when we run, you will come to know. So just for few minutes or few seconds it will be there, it will be on the screen, and it is going to disappear later. So that is what toast here. So toast dot, I need to give some text, right? So make text. You can make use of any one since it is containing certain parameters like what is the text you need to give that represents the context class along with the context, and the where is the what is the resource id or the character sequence, and how long the message needs to be displayed. So you can take anything. So toast dot make text, and that should contain certain text, right? So I'm going to make use of get base context, and what is the text it needs to display. So I am going to give it as valid password. Since the password what I have entered, it is in a correct format, it should display that it is a valid password. And we are going to make use of a length long. Why? Because it displays view for the longer duration of the time. So that message whatever we have entered, that should display for the longer duration of time. I'm going to give length long, okay, and that should display, right? That should visible for us. So give the show method. So this is what our toast message. And if everything is fine, if that password what I have given, if it is proper, it is going to display with the message. Now after displaying, after validating the password, so this username and password need to be bundled together, and that is going to be passed to the another activity, that is the login activity, right? So we are going to make use of bundle as given in the syllabus. So bundle, it is used to pass the data between activities. So here we have two activities. One is main activity, that is a sign up activity, and the another one is login and the another one is login activity, right? So here the username and password is going to be passed between these two activities only, that is the sign up activity and the login activity. So that's why we are going to make use of this bundle class. So bundle, and I want to create the object of this class. So this is what object of this class. So bundle is equal to new bundle. And now the values which we need to pass are going to be mapped, are going to be put together, so that from the other activity, that is from the login activity, we are going to retrieve that. So for that reason we are going to make use of put string method. So put string methods inserts string values. So bundle dot put string. So here we have, so put string, what it is actually a key value pair. So the key I'm going to give it as user, and the value I'm going to give it as user name itself, since that is the variable name I defined here. And similar, I need to bundle the password also. So bundle put string of, since it is a key value pair, I need to give here the key as for the password. I'm just going to give it as pwd. So you can give anything here, and that should contain the password. So variable what I have used, I'm going to give it here. Then I have bundled this. It is going to be pass the data between activities, but the message needs to be passed, right, between the activities or the content providers. So we are going to make use of intent. So intent is also a class. So if you just mouse over, it will give us with the suggestion what it is, or if you don't get, you can press with alt space. See, look at here, intent, it is an abstract description of an operation to be performed. So generally we are going to use with the start activity to launch this intent. So intent, it provides a facility for performing late runtime binding between the code in different applications as well. So we are going to make use of the intent, and I'm going to create the object of this class intent, that is intent it is equal to new intent, new intent. From where to where it needs to pass the information? From this class, right, or from this activity, that is the sign up activity. So from this to where? To where? To the login class, right? So to the login dot class, since I need to refer this as a class. So if you look at this name, this login, it is the name of the other activity. Here we have login.java, right? So just go to that. See, look at here, we have the class name as login, and we have a naming convention for the class. The first letter of the class name should be the capital letter. So this is what the name I have given in the main activity.java, that is login.class. Okay, understood? From where to where it is passing the data, that is the username and the password, from this particular class, that is the main activity.java, that is the main activity class. From here to login.class, it needs to pass the information. So that's why we are going to make use of this intent. So intent message is going to be passed between the activities or between the content providers. So generally we are going to make use of this intent with the start activity method. So I'm just going to make use of, before that I need to make use of this put extra method. So put extra, that is for the intent it dot put extra, and I'm going to give the name for the username and password. Together I'm going to bundle that, or I'm going to wrap the content as data. So data is a variable name. You can give it anything. Either it can be a um, like wrap or something like that you can give. Since I'm representing that as data, I'm just given it as a data. That's all. So this data contains the username and the password. So I'm just packed it together. Okay. And that is where we have bundled, right? So give bundle. For example, a beautiful example for this is, See, if I want to send a gift from one place to another place, I'm going to wrap that, right? And I'm going to write the name, everything, the destination address, everything. And that is going to be passed via courier. So here it is something like that where we have bundle. It is nothing but I'm going to bundle my gift, that is a username and password, with the name, that is data, and that is going to be passed with the help of this intent. From where to where? From this class to the login dot class. So this is what a simple example for this, and I need to start the activity, right, to pass the message. So I'm going to make use of start activity. Start activity of what? Of intent, what I have in the intent. So start activity of IT. IT is the object of the class intent, right? I hope no doubts. So if the password, everything is successfully given, so this is going to be happen. Else, if the password whatever we have given, if it is the wrong, so it needs to give us with the invalid password. So give else a toast method, simple toast method, as already I explained. So toast dot make text of what I need to get base context, and it should display invalid password. So within double quotes, what is the text you want to display? You give it. So I'm going to give it as a invalid password, comma, that should display for a longer duration of time. So toast dot length long, for the longer duration of time, and since it wants to display, I'm going to make use of show method as I explained before. So this is what we have for the on-click method. So now this validate password is in red color. That means that we have not created this method, right? So just click on this bulb option. You are going to get with create method validate password in main activity. So just click on that. Yes, here it comes with the boolean validate password string password. Yes. So now we need to write for the validate password. So how it is going to validate our password? So we are going to make use of patron class. So patron class gives us, or whatever the password we have entered, or whatever the password conditions we have given here in the regular expression, so that is going to be specified as a string, and then it is going to compile that first, and we are going to get with the resulting pattern. So this resulting pattern can be used to create a matcher object. So this is going to match the character sequence against the regular expression what we have given before. So we are going to make use of this patron class. So just if you mouse over here, it is going to ask us with the import class. So just give import class, that is a patron. So patron, and if you mouse over here, so whatever the explanation I have just given now, so it is going to compile representation of a regular expression, that is what we have specified there. So patron, and we need to create the object of the class, that is a patron object. Since it wants to first compile, I'm going to specify patron dot compile. Patron dot compile of what? Compile the regular expression. So regular expression, the variable what we have used for the regular expression here, if you look at here, so this supposed to give here. Okay, so regular expression. Okay, and we have the matcher. So that is what I told. After compilation, after compiling of the regular expression, it is going to give us with the resulting pattern we are going to get, and that pattern can be used to create a matcher object. So this is going to match the character sequences which are against this regular expression what we have given. So matcher, it is a class, and I'm going to make use of the object of the class matcher. What it is going to match? The pattern, right? So pattern dot matcher of what it needs to match, the password what we have given, right? So password, and that returns whether match or not, or mismatch, right? So it is going to return whether it is a match or not. So that is going to be retrieved with the help of this matches method. So matches method, it matches the input sequence what we have given in the password. So matcher dot matches. You can check whether it is working properly for the sign up activity. So just run the application. It takes some time, we need to wait. And I need to turn on the emulator. Yes, it is displaying. Let me wait until it gives launching activity, because this may be the previous output what I have shown in the design part also. So that's why we need to wait until it is going to give us with a message that is launching activity. Okay. Yes, Gradle invocation finished with 0 errors. Yes, this one succeeded. Yes, I'm going to give it as sign up only as the username. Then the password as, since I want to give a capital letter, yes, I G N, so small, which is followed by small letter, at 1 2 3 4. So minimum of 8 characters are also there, and one capital letter and one special character, and I have used small letters also. So on click of sign up button, it is giving us with the valid password, and it has been taken to the activity, that's the login activity. So this is what we were supposed to get after we perform, or after we write the implementation part for the sign up activity. So in the next video we will look into the login activity, okay, in the login.java file. So thank you all. We will continue in the next video.